We're back to album reviews, daily album reviews. And our first album for today is Retrospective, which is a Buffalo Springfield compilation. Buffalo Springfield being the initial group vehicle for Richie Furay and Neil Young and Stephen Stills. The drummer and bass player, Dewey Martin, Bruce Palmer, a great rhythm section, both of whom have died. But the frontline guys are all alive, and they, I think, have just played recently somewhere. Buffalo Springfield put out 3 albums proper and had probably a few excess things besides, or certainly did. This retrospective is circa 69 or so, supposedly fairly popular in the charts for a bit when it came out, as it should have been, containing great music and songs. Next, we have Little Feat. Little Feat, well, this album, Waiting for Columbus, was a double live album, I believe. Came out about 78 or so, I think. Their driving force, Lowell George, was in a group prior to this called The Factory, which appeared on an episode of F Troop in 1967, and they were called the Bedbugs, a classic episode of TV. And Little Feat put out a number of albums from about 72 or so on. Had a number of quite popular songs, including Oh Atlanta, a few other things like that, and was very popular for a while. And of course, Lowell George has died, and they sort of wound down. A very popular album and probably a good one. Here we go.
Yeah, seen it.
This is a trick again. The producer always likes to keep me on my toes. Here we go, the very best of Johnny Burnette. Johnny Burnette was, I believe, Elvis's cousin. He was in a group called Johnny Burnette and the Rock and Roll Trio, which put out an album in 1958 on Coral Records, the same album company that had all the Buddy Holly albums, which is one of the rarest and most valuable rockabilly albums from the 50s. I saw it once for $100, but I had no money whatsoever, and I went back like the next day to get it. Of course, it was gone, and it's worth about $7,000 or $8,000 or something today. One of the true regrets of my life. Johnny Burnette had a subsequent solo career. Among the hits in his phase then were You're 16, which Ringo later made a big hit out of, and a few other ones, Dreamin', for instance, became more of like a crooner type guy. Here we go, Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds, and I'm obscured by this album because I've never heard it, so I don't know what to say about this.
It rocks.
You heard it there. Buffalo Springfield again. Actually, that's the title of their second album. This is their third album, last time around. Sort of a splintered sounding album. Still has the Neil Young staples, Stephen Stills stuff. Very good. Richie Furay stepped into the fore before he was to form Poco, a pretty good group. And then these guys, other guys would go their separate ways. Neil Young, of course, and then Stills was joined Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Excellent album. Neil Young Looking Away.
That's Neil Young, yes. He's looking away. Emblematic of his apparent hesitancy to hone in on the group concept. Um, Black Uhuru. Huh. I remember a college fraternity brother playing Black Uhuru. I don't remember this album. I enjoyed it in the marijuana haze that always seemed to be permeating whenever it was played. And here we have Randy Newman. Randy Newman, songwriter of quite some success. I can't think of some of the big things he's done, but certainly he's made quite a number of popular songs. Uh, in spite of the sort of comical nature of those songs, he is still a serious songwriter and has been known to produce this amongst those, I believe, some serious musical efforts. I'm familiar, so I can say no more. And we're done.